Hello, everyone. This week, time got away from us, so we're just releasing a Patreon preview episode. This one is my Husbandos and Karradyne's Waifus. We will be back on Friday with a regular episode, and then back on Monday with another regular episode. So, 2-week episode, 2-episode week, right? Karradyne's not here to tell me. Anyways, enjoy the episode. Welcome to a very special Patreon and Novel Console episode. My name is Chris, and I am your host, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
I don't understand why we fuck up the Patreon intro so much. Like, I know it doesn't have to be the same, but it can be the same, so why change it?
I don't know. I think I had one written out, and I lost it, so I just did it off of the top of my head and fumbled my way through it.
It's fine.
Like a professional podcaster.
Well, it's me and Luna today. Luna's way more present than she normally is because she will not stop sniffing
and
my cookie fingers.
She's licking the couch too?
She is now.
Did you drop crumbs on the couch?
I did not drop crumbs on the couch. The dog licks everything. Why do you think I put crumbs on it? It doesn't need anything on it, and she'll lick it.
What do you think that I buy so much peanut butter for?
What the hell?
Champ will get that.
That's disgusting.
It's great. Anyways, what are we doing today?
We're doing the reverse waifus and husbandos.
So it's husbandos and
Finally.
waifus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So who do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Did I start last time?
You always start.
I do, I guess. So I'm going to start with my number one and then my randos, like I did last time, basically.
Do your last... Well, do we want to do our number ones first?
Well, yeah, because the rest of mine are not ordered. Are yours?
Little bit.
Oh, mine are not.
Okay, that's fine. Let's just do our number one and then the randos.
Okay, number one. If any of you are surprised by this, then you don't know me at all. I think I said this last time. It's Arwen from the Lord of the Rings. I mean, who wouldn't want to bang Liv Tyler? Come on.
I could hear the entire Patreon listenership groaning at Arwen.
Yep. And they're all going to come onto Discord and groan.
Yep. They're going to bitch and moan about it.
Yep.
Be like, why?
Yep.
Like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I was really surprised when they didn't, know for sure that Aragorn would be my number one. Like, how could you not know that?
I mean, they knew.
How?
They were just in denial.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
It's like, she can't be that predictable.
No, I'm very, very predictable when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, no, I, honestly, do I want to get this real right now?
Why not?
Why not? I mean, what the hell? Yeah, it's gonna storm, and Luna's gonna get up close and personal again.
Yeah.
No, I've had an awakening over the last couple months, last year or so. I mean, basically my whole life, but I guess I finally accepted it now that I might find girls attractive too. I don't know if it's to the point that I would date a girl or do anything with a girl. My mother's going to listen to this and have a heart attack.
Who cares?
That's fine. Maybe she forgot that Patreon exists.
Maybe. And she'll message and be like, you're gay.
I mean, I remember my granny telling me that she firmly believed that it was hereditary, which she used it to explain how these two twins in our hometown turned out to be super, super gay. She's like, it's gotta be hereditary.
You know what's weird?
And my aunt was gay, so
yeah.
I have some gay blood.
Yep. You know what's very weird is that in my hometown, I have this friend who I'm also friends with one of his brothers. And this brother that I'm friends with is a twin, and his twin is gay. Like, he does drag. He's wearing makeup. He is super, super gay. and the other twin brother is not. He is the complete opposite, different. Like his brother has long hair. He wears like those fancy hats, like the flat hats, long. Big,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And that his brother is not. He's bald, bearded, straight as hell. it's so they're so different.
Think about like Alan and Jeremy. They're both gay,
and the sister too.
I'm sure she's like not straight.
So the funniest thing is that you look at them and because they're twins, they look so alike. So you see one of them with long hair and the other one like completely bald. And if it wasn't because they're so drastically different, you would think it's the same person because they look so much alike.
I mean, that's how identical twins normally are.
Yeah. It's so weird. Usually they're more or less the same, but these are two very, very different people, and they're such nice people. I think the gay one lives here. I'm not actually. My buddy lives here. I've been meaning to hang out with him for a long time, and
you're not friends with gay people.
We've never talked. Like, okay, so I know my friend Rafa. I know him because he used to work at a music store when I used to play drums. So I would go in, I would buy stuff from him, and we became friends. And then out of nowhere, like I was hanging out with some other dude, and he's like, "Oh, this is my half brother," and I made friends with his half brother. And then one day I go pick up the half brother to go to an EDM show, and Rafa walks out. It's like, "This is my brother." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And
random.
So I became friends with his brother, and like we didn't fucking know his other brother. If he would have been there that one time, then we probably would have been friends too. Because that's how shit worked.
Well, back to me being a lesbian. I mean, a half lesbian. Isn't there a term for that?
A has-been? No, that's a past.
Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. But no, I mean, I have always thought that she was beautiful. Like, from the very first time I saw those movies, and I just love her character and think she's so graceful and elegant, and Daddy Steven's lips. Oh man,
Daddy Stevens, that
lips.
is so.
That's the one thing that she took from that man.
Is so gross and made me go.
But she has his lips, right?
Yeah, she kind of does.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
She's so beautiful, and he's so not. But he has a beautiful personality that makes him attractive.
He looks like a lady.
I love him.
He looks like a lady.
Dude looks like a lady.
Okay, dude looks like a lady that has a seashell shop in.
And is a witch.
Yes,
a seashell shop on the seashore.
In California.
Of Seychelles.
Yes. That's what he looks like.
That's in Africa. Oh man. I watched his, you remember when Oprah, I don't know if she still does this, but like when the OWN network started, Oprah was doing these interviews with certain celebrities, and she'd like go to their homes and see how they lived and stuff. Like she did with
these royal douchebags that
did she do that to the royals?
Oh
yeah, she does still do that stuff. Harry and Meghan, but she went and did a special with Steven Tyler. Liv was not there, but his other daughter, one of his other daughters, what's her name? Is it Mariah? No, something. I read her memoir. I don't remember her name, but he was talking about like doing like therapeutic things because his feet are so fucked up from like all the times that he's like jumped on stage and everything, and all the jumping and craziness, and bless him.
Now that you say that, I remember
Feet and Legs, something like that.
What's it?
It was a long time ago.
Linkin Park's Live in Texas. So that album came with
wasn't it a DVD?
A DVD.
I remember that.
Yes,
I didn't watch it. But
there was a part in the DVD where Chester jumps off a fucking speaker. How he lands on his feet, I don't fucking know, because that was a tall ass speaker. That was also an awesome concert. I would love to get in a time machine and go there. That would have been amazing.
Would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have.
That's my number one waifu.
That's all you have to say about her? You don't have to say anything else?
She's beautiful and elegant, and you can kind of see her boobies in that one scene.
No, you're so...
Well, you can.
I guess.
She's so beautiful.
So I was gonna do 2 Yakuza characters.
Oh my god, of course you were.
I was gonna do 2 Yakuza characters, but Discord kind of like claimed all of the Yakuza characters because we're doing a future Discord episode. Mm-hmm. And I just stuck with one because I realized there were other people that I wanted to put on the list. That if I would have put them on, then the list would have been 6 people instead of 5.
That's not allowed.
Yeah, so my first one is Ichiban Kasuga from Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love this man. He is a husbando through and through. He took the fall for, what I think it was a murder that his clan did. He went to jail for 10 years, 10 or 12 years for this murder. And when he came out, he still was dying for his clan. Like, he still wanted to be part of his clan, even though at every turn it looked like they were betraying him.
That's pretty loyal.
And then his story just keeps getting sadder and sadder all the way till the end, where I was sitting on that couch where you're sitting right now, hyperventilating because he was screaming at somebody that he loved them and that he was very, very hurt because they didn't see how much they were loved. It was...
You do feel emotions.
I'm feeling emotions right now.
Oh my gosh.
Just him crying and screaming in Japanese.
I wish you would cry for me.
If I see that scene
I'm afraid
again,
you won't cry for me until I die.
probably. Or maybe when Grandpa dies. Yeah. That'll do it.
No, I want you to cry for me.
Oh, when you die.
Not just in front of me. I want you to cry for me.
Okay, yes.
Even when I was in the hospital, you didn't cry for me.
Why
You had
would
to
I-
rush me to the ER. Actually, I rushed myself to the ER because I was driving. And you didn't cry for me.
Why not? I was there
You had
with
to
you.
leave me there all alone.
Uh-huh. And I came back and
And you
took care
didn't
of
cry.
you. So? Why do I have to cry? You
Because
were
I
sad.
cry all the time.
Oh, Lord. Well, anyways, if Yakuza Like a Dragon 2 comes out and it's just as emotional as the first one, I will cry because...
Bring me in. Let me know.
That game fucking got
I'll
me.
run in here
It's
like a dragon.
He's such a wonderful man. He's so stupid. He is fucking stupid. He's a himbo. Yeah, he's a himbo.
What the fuck is a himbo?
Okay, let me look up what a himbo is, because you don't know.
Himbo, Jimbo, Haribo.
Okay.
Happy.
A himbo, an attractive but unintelligent man.
Oh.
Yes. So is Ichiban Kasuga a himbo? Let's see. To be fair, Kasuga's persistent isn't. To be fair, Kasuga's persistence isn't because he won't admit when he's beaten. It's because he's a giant himbo who can't recognize when he is.
Bless his heart.
And that is him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's so funny.
Oh,
looking.
it's that guy.
Yes, it's
with the
that-
wacky hair.
Yes, with the perm.
Yeah, he looks a little crazy.
He is wonderful. I love him so much. Look at that with the Dragon Quest character. He's gorgeous.
If you say so.
All right, what's your next character?
Okay.
If they made this a
dear.
book, you would fall in love with him. So
I
shut
believe
up.
you. Okay, my next one, once again, these are in no particular order now, but it's everyone's crush. Literally everyone. If you do not have a crush on this woman, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
Kat Dennings.
No. Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh,
Well, Emilia Clarke.
eh,
She's so beautiful.
eh.
And okay, obviously I didn't watch all of the show, but I did read the books up until, George has failed all of us. And spoiler alert, if you don't want any Game of Thrones show or book spoilers, skip forward like a minute. The books end where Jon gets stabbed, okay? The books end a long fucking time before the show does. And I've heard that Daenerys loses her mind, or Dany. Apparently she's never called Dany in the show, but she's always called Dany in the books. And people don't love her anymore because she lost her mind. But I can still appreciate her because all I've done is read the books. And watched all of season 1 and like 2 episodes of season 2. Is that how far we got? I don't remember.
Yeah, a few episodes of season 2.
We didn't make it very far.
No.
But oh my gosh, she's a badass, and like she lets her husband like melt her brother's skull, and I love her for that. And she gets to do the nasty with Jason Momoa, like two beautiful people doing the nasty. Oh, my heart can't take it.
I mean, she is very pretty.
She's so pretty, and that blonde hair, that white blonde hair. Oh my god.
She was. I remember. Oh, wait.
What?
I remembered something.
What, is she in something that you like or something?
Her character in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, in the Solo movie. Kira?
Doesn't matter. Yes.
She's beautiful.
Yes,
she
was
is
gorgeous.
so beautiful.
It's a shame what's happened to her.
I know. All of her aneurysms.
Yeah, so I think she said in an interview not too long ago that her brain is working like at what was it, 2/3 of its capacity or something like that.
Yeah. Basically saying that it was crazy that she can like still function, or is alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, oh my gosh, I can only imagine the kind of shit she went through filming that whole damn show.
She's 35. I thought she would be way younger than that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had a feeling she was around our age. I didn't realize she was older. But I just love her.
Technically, she is around our age.
She's just so tiny and cute and happy and also vicious, because Danny is vicious. She's a badass, and I love her.
Is.
And I don't know how she didn't lose her shit on Viserys sooner than she did.
Yeah. Poor woman.
Love her.
Yep. Yeah, I'll give that one to you. That one's that's a great one.
Thank you.
Okay, my next one is the boulder punching muscle mountain that is Chris Redfield from Resident Evil.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if I still have it on Twitter, but my name on Twitter was Chris, not Redfield.
Oh, yeah. I've always looked at that and meant to ask you what the fuck that meant, and then I forget to ask you.
So it's this man. This beefcake of a man.
He looks kind of like Gerard Butler.
He does kind of look like Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Yes. So particularly the Chris that I like is the one from Resident Evil 5, which mostly translates the best into the one from Resident Evil 8. So 7, he looks terrible, and before that, he looked wonky. But number one reason why I love him is because he has my name. The second one is because he fought Albert Wesker, the big bad of Resident Evil, inside a fucking volcano. And he had to punch a boulder, a ginormous boulder, into the lava so he could get to Wesker. That was fucking badass. People fucking hate it, and I thought it was amazing. I loved that shit.
Pretty impressive.
Yes, he is a master of combat. He fights werewolves and zombies and
boulders.
Bioweapons and boulders. Did I mention that he punched boulders?
That's a nice boulder.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
I'm making waffles. We should watch Shrek. I haven't watched that since I was a kid.
It's funny because in one of the games, I don't remember which one it was, you're chasing like some character and he's mad. And he's like, Chris, that boulder punching fuck.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
It was 8. And it was, what's his face? Heisenberg said that. It's great. Like, how did he's fighting a dude in a volcano. How did he find out?
In a volcano?
How did he find out that he punched a boulder?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Chris Redfield, he's awesome. Love him.
Okay.
Who's your next one?
My next one would be Delilah Green. Did I review that book? I don't think I did. Did I?
No idea.
I don't remember. So it's a book that I read recently. Delilah Green doesn't care. Delilah Green doesn't care.
No, you definitely did not review that.
I didn't?
No.
Okay.
Or talk about it and read in place.
Okay, well, it's about girls who love each other. It's a hot, spicy girl romance. And that was the first hot spicy girl romance I've ever read. I was like, ooh, this is fun too. But I think Delilah is the type that you've been trying to nail down. And I think you saw the book cover when we were at Barnes & Noble, and you were like, is this your type? I was like, yes. She's got like long, curly, dark hair. She's covered in tattoos. Kind of gothy.
I'll find her someday.
She's
on
moody.
TikTok.
You probably will, but
I'll
not
find her
with
on
the fake
TikTok.
titties that you showed me the other day. That was way too unrealistic. They look like fucking beach balls.
It's
That's
all right.
not.
Balls are fun.
I don't like the Pamela Anderson look. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I'll find her and I'll
ridiculous.
send her to you.
She's really moody, but she's also very artistic and creative, and she just wants to be loved, and I love her. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like maybe you should watch The L Word so you can figure out if you want to stay with me or not.
Oh, what? No. My attraction to men is way, way, way stronger than my attraction to women ever will be, okay?
Well, you know that a spaghetti is straight until it gets wet.
Okay. No. No.
You know who taught me that spaghetti analogy?
Who?
Jackie.
Oh my God. That don't take the advice from the crazy lesbians that moved in with each other within like 2 days and then wanted to kill each other every other day. No.
I miss Jackie.
No.
She was such a train wreck.
Great person.
I
but
loved her so much.
No, I love you. I am sexually attracted to you
Ew.
and other men who are fictional. I think girls are pretty too.
Well, I think you'll be very attracted to my next pick.
Will I?
Yes.
Who is it? Aragorn?
That of boy.
Oh, he's big and gray.
He's not gray.
He's
He is
gray.
he is gray. Well, you know why he's gray? Because when he accidentally killed his family after Ares tricked them into killing them, an old oracle put his family's ashes on his skin so that he could forever remember the crime that he committed.
That's why he looks like he rolled around in the chalk bin.
Yes.
Oh, that's why he's literally flaky.
He
looks
ashy.
flaky.
He's ashy, not flaky.
Flaky.
Oh, my Lord. Well, yes, dad of boy.
Dad of boy.
And
boy.
I've loved him. I hated him the first time that I saw him because I was playing Resident Evil 4 and I thought that game was better. Then I played it on PS2 and I was like, holy shit, this game is incredible.
Wait, he's in Resident Evil?
No. Okay, so the year that God of War...
confused.
The year that God of War came out and Resident Evil 4 came out was the same year.
Uh-huh.
So they were both competing the entire year for Game of the Year.
Oh.
And that was like one of the few years where two games won about the same amount of Game of the Year awards. And I thought Resident Evil 4 was the superior game. And then I played God of War, and I realized, nope, both of these games are the superior game.
You want to hear something that'll piss you off?
What?
Just made me think of it.
What?
You know the MTV Music Awards were the other night?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who won Artist of the Year?
Bad Bunny.
Yep.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't hate him. I hate his voice.
He sounds...
Not right in the head.
Yeah. He sounds like he's not properly opening his mouth.
That too. He sounds like he's yawning.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Or he had his tongue removed.
Yes. I don't like his music.
And he needs something else done with his hair. And his overall look. He needs a groomer.
I think it's fine.
He looks like a pedophile. With that mustache. I fucking hate it.
I think he's like my sister's age.
Is he
I
really?
think so. He's young.
Probably.
He's
Hold
a
on, let me
child.
look it up. How old is Bad Bunny?
Oh boy, here we go.
Let me see here.
Anyways.
Keep talking.
Well, you look that up. So yeah, I played God of War and I absolutely loved it. What? How
He's
old?
older than yours. He's in between us. He's 28. He was born in 1994, so he's only a little older than her and a fairly good amount younger than us.
Only 4 years younger than me.
3 years younger than me. I'm 31.
Whatever. Anyways. So the original God of War and God of War 2 gave me that feeling of I can beat this game, but I feel like I haven't played this game enough. And the reboot, it's not a fucking reboot if it continues the story. The new God of War 2018, I think, they give him a son. And the boy. And the boy's mother is dead. So they go on a quest to spread boy's mother's ashes all over the highest mountain in Norway, or what's Earthrealm called in Asgardian mythology or whatever.
I don't remember.
Anyways, boy and dad go on an adventure, and Kratos starts becoming fond of boy, and it's just a great game. Like, there's some very emotional moments where you see like Kratos is trying, but he doesn't know how to show his emotions to boy. Like, there's a scene where something horrible happens to the boy, and Kratos was about to hug him, but he hesitates because he just doesn't know how to show. Because he was a Spartan. He was raised a Spartan. And then he went on to kill the gods of Olympus and be one of them himself. So he's got fucking baggage.
He's Gore. Was it Gore? Is that his name?
No, it's not. He's not Gore the Butcher. He can beat the shit out of Gore the Butcher without even trying. So
they're both gray.
Well, one more for the road. Boy. What's your next one?
My next one is Aelin Ashriver Galathinius from the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas.
Why?
Because she's a fucking badass. She is introduced to you as an assassin, a famous female assassin who beats a whole fuck ton of dudes
off
in an assassin's tournament. She beats all of them, even this huge Goliath of a dude. She beats all of them. She beats demons. And she has lots of love interests along the way, but she keeps her cool for the most part. And then she is revealed to be a lost princess. And then she's revealed to be a fae. And she like harnesses all of her awesome power. And she's so smart. She's always 15 steps ahead of you. Always has everything planned out. And like always has shock value. Sure, she gets abducted at the end of the 5th book. And she's like held captive in a coffin for a very long time.
So did they count 16 steps so they could be one step ahead of her?
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Did she actually count the 15 steps to make sure she was ahead 15 steps?
I hate you.
No, you don't. Oh, that's funny.
And she's so small and vicious and beautifully blonde and
so like a blonde Pomeranian.
Yeah, I'm attracted to Pomeranians.
Got it.
Scratch that from the record. I am not attracted to Pomeranians.
No, you're getting kicked
That's
off.
That's weird. I'll get kicked off the Discord to banned. I'm doing weird animal shit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's not a bad pick. I know you love that book series.
She's awesome, and she makes everybody fall in love with her, even her worst enemies. Like, one of her worst enemies becomes one of her very best friends.
She Goku.
I guess. Sort of. Yeah. You know what? One day we should sit down and draw parallels between all of the Throne of Glass characters and all the Dragon Ball characters, because I feel like you have enough characters in both that you could do it. Watch her have based the entire series on Dragon Ball Z.
All right. Quick question. Does she have one enemy that turned into a friend, and then another enemy comes along that she turns into a friend but becomes an even better friend? And is always in a rivalry with that friend.
Not quite. But her enemy was supposedly her aunt. And then it turned out that she was actually a big bad enemy and was not related at all. And they do not become friends.
I see. Okay. All right. Okay. My next pick. Captain Olimar.
Oh my gosh, he's so pudgy and baby looking. He looks like a Gerber baby.
Except he's an adult and an alien. And he's the size of that button right there. Well, is he the size of that button? No, he's more like the size of that nail clipper. Yeah, he's very tiny.
Okay.
Yeah. So why is he my husbando? Because he commands the armies of Pikmin to slay and kill their enemies and rack up a fortune that he gets to take home to his home planet, Hokotate.
Fortune in bottle caps.
Yes. And product placements like
So
Duracell
silly.
and 7-Up bottle caps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kiwi shoe polish.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, all of this stuff. He's in planet Earth and he's taking all our riches with his army of murderous Pikmin.
It's so hard to imagine Pikmin as being murderous. They're so little and cute.
Well, you see how they died in that video.
Yeah. That. Oh my gosh, I remember like being so enamored, and then boom, they're all like viciously destroyed. I was like, what the fuck?
So I was playing Pikmin 2 for this coming up week's episode. And I was fighting a giant, one of the Bulbaxes. And this one was very giant and fat because it was like the queen Bulbax. So it keeps laying little Bulbax larvae to come attack you. And they eat your Pikmin. So I was throwing my Pikmin at it. And it shook off. And when it shook off, I called the Pikmin back. But I didn't have the cursor on them. So I didn't get to call them back. And it started rolling. And murdered all of my Pikmin in one go. And then the screen tells you in big letters, Pikmin extinction.
Oh, no. That's so sad.
The game is fucking vicious.
Oh, my gosh.
So vicious. But anyways, yeah. Also, it doesn't hurt that Olimar has a very deep voice. And
He does have a very deep voice.
You can hear it
Olimar.
on Pikmin 3.
Olimar.
He is...
That's weird.
That's my husband.
That weirds me out a little bit.
Why?
It's just weird.
Why?
You know who would have been a better husbando?
Who?
Piccolo.
Of course, Piccolo. He's everybody's daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What's your next pick?
My final waifu.
Yes.
My final waifu. We're taking it back to Game of Thrones with Brienne of Tarth.
Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. Yeah, no. Peter Dinklage is not one of my waifus. You know, he is not an unattractive man, but God, I am too shallow to ever be with anybody shorter than me, let alone that much shorter.
Do you know who Hugh Laurie is?
Yes. House,
Yeah,
right?
Yes. So,
And he's one of the bad guys in the live action 101 Dalmatians.
oh boy.
And he is the sister's husband or the neighbor's husband. A neighbor friend's husband in Sense and Sensibility. Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2010s, when 9gag was a thing, they used to say that Hugh Laurie is Peter Dinklage after he takes a super mushroom from Mario Bros.
What?
Because they look alike.
No, they don't.
Peter Dinklage is a shortened version of Hugh
No.
Laurie. Yes, he ate a poison mushroom.
They
and
don't
he
look
became short.
anything
He got
alike.
hit by a turtle and became short.
No,
He
that's
went
awful.
and shortened down.
That's awful.
No?
No. I don't like it.
Peter Dinklage is amazing. He's
He
great.
is really fucking
He's
awesome.
fucking brilliant.
He
It's a
is.
shame that Game of Thrones became shit because that
His
first
character
season.
made the
That was
whole
so
thing.
good, so great.
I love
He
Tyrion.
was fucking fantastic.
I honestly think he is like the best character in the whole fucking series.
Probably because he drinks and knows things.
Oh my god. Anyway, Lady Brienne, Sir Brienne, whatever the fuck you want to call her, Brienne of Tarth. I fell in love as soon as she came on the page. I fell in love. I felt for her and her big, swarthy sadness and loneliness, because I was lonely at the time. And I know this sounds weird, but like I fell more in love with her in reading about how she was falling in love with Jamie, if that makes sense, and like seeing their relationship develop and like how he was developing feelings for her. I felt like I was developing feelings for her along with him. I wanted them to be together so fucking bad. I was like, dude, anybody's better than your twin. Anybody.
That is gross.
But especially her. She deserves love. Poor thing. She's only ever been in love with a gay man. Oh, she was in love with Renly Baratheon. Robert Baratheon's younger brother, who was going to try to take the throne after Robert died.
Right.
But Renly was gay. He was gay as fuck. But Melisandre gave birth to the shadow baby that came up in that tent while she was with him and killed the shit out of him. And then everybody accused her of killing him.
Wait, hold up. 1 second. So if I remember right.
If y'all come at me about spoilers, I didn't give another spoiler warning.
Game of
Blah, blah, blah.
Thrones.
Yeah, she's the red-headed wicked lady. The witchy witch.
Don't really remember her.
Well, that's around when we stopped watching, isn't it?
No, I remember
Wait,
that
no.
scene.
No, yeah, that was
happening.
season 1.
Yeah. But also I remember her being hot.
Wait, no. It was the beginning of season 2. Because doesn't Robert die at the end of season 1?
Yes, and then they chop off Sean Bean's head.
Yeah.
Poor
Oh my
Sean
god.
Bean.
I remember listening to that audiobook because I listened to it. I feel like I've told this story before. I don't know. I listened to that one. I listened to most of them. But I listened to that one in its entirety. And I one night just was sitting in my dorm, my apartment. I was finally in an apartment at that point, and I wanted to finish it. So I just laid in bed with my headphones. Y'all, when they fucking chopped that man's head off, I screamed. I was not prepared. I was devastated. I was like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Like, we're gonna wake up from a dream on the next paragraph. Like, none of this actually happened. That is when I knew that George R.R. Martin did not have a fucking soul.
So weird.
And the casting director read that and was like, Sean Bean.
You keep giving me shit about She-Hulk and about Lady Dimitrescu.
But Brienne is like the same.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she's
big,
real.
And she's huge. How tall is she? Look it up. I know she's like super fucking tall.
Gwendolyn Christie?
Yeah. Love her.
Height.
She's such a badass.
She's my height. She's 6'3".
Are you serious?
Yes.
Holy shit, she's so big.
Why is she with Nicole Kidman?
She's like an Amazonian woman.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I can be her little spoon.
I can be her little spoon. You know, she's friends with
With who?
do you remember the guy that played his name Alfred? I haven't watched the Hobbit movies enough. The little wormy dude in Lake Town in the Hobbit movies. He's kind of like the Hobbit's version of Wormtongue.
Yeah, I don't.
You know who I'm talking about,
yes.
right?
I don't know the actor's name, but yes, I know.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. But he was at Dragon Con the first year Hunter and I went to Dragon Con, and he was talking about he name dropped her. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was with one of my best friends, Gwendolyn Christie," and everybody's like, "Ah!" He's really short, so he's probably her little spoon.
I wish we recorded this with cameras because that face you made screaming was fucking great. It's like those videos of parents freaking out and they start screaming, like wiggling their head sideways. That's what you look like.
Oh,
all right,
dear.
my last one. I want to start before I name him with a little haiku. Is that right? A little poem.
A poem is not a haiku, but a haiku is a poem.
Okay, all of these voices inside my head, burning my sight in a curtain of red. Frustration is getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang! Pull my devil trigger.
Somebody from Devil May Cry.
Nero from Devil May Cry,
Okay.
specifically 5.
Okay.
I love this dude. This dude is awesome. Let me look him up for you. Nero DMC
Bang,
5.
bang, bang.
He
looks like a Cullen.
he's not a fucking Cullen. Look
He
at him.
looks like
Look at him.
Carlisle
Look at how handsome that fucker is. Look at him.
Cullen. Ooh, Carlisle Cullen. That sounds really funny.
That's weird. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him being angry there, all moody and shit.
I
Okay.
feel like I've seen that scene before.
Yeah, he was yelling at Dante because Dante didn't tell him that Virgil was his real dad.
Sounds
Spoilers if
about
you
right.
haven't played the game. Devil May Cry doesn't have a deep story. I mean, it's just dudes doing stupid shit, killing demons.
I feel like all the people that listen to this have probably seen and played
Thrak might be
everything that we've. Uh-oh.
Sorry, Thrak.
Oops. Sorry.
Anyways, so the reason why I love this dude, he is, like I said, Virgil's son. And Virgil is Dante's twin brother. But he's quote-unquote evil because he wants to bring the glory of their father Sparta into the human realm
Glory.
and take over the humans with their demon armies. But Dante is more like Sparta, and he knows that demons are bad and they should stay where they are. So Dante, being a half demon, fights to keep the demons away while his twin brother tries to bring them. And at the end of this game, they kind of like somewhat make up and they kind of like see each other's sides, but they end up just deciding, let's just not bring the demons in. And Virgil finds out that Nero is his son. Nero had a demon arm. And it turns out that that arm was actually Virgil's sword, Yamato. So he loses his arm at the beginning of the game, and then he just gets robotic arms. Like, he's got a Mega Man Buster, he's got like a gun, he's got a grappling hook, he's got a whole bunch of different shit. And it's a ton of fun to play. But the main reason why I love this dude is because in between Devil May Cry 4 and 5, they rebooted the series with DMC. People hated DMC because it wasn't this Dante, who's a fucking douche nozzle.
A douche nozzle.
Yes. They hated it because it wasn't him. And at the beginning of the game, there's this bit where he's fighting a demon. A mop flies out and lands on his head, and it's white. And you see, let me look up Dante so you can see. Dante DMC. All right, so Dante has long white hair. So when the
Yes.
mop lands on his head, it looks like he has white hair like Dante. And he looks in the mirror and he says, "Not in a million years," and takes it off and keeps fighting the demon. Apparently that pissed people off.
Why?
I don't fucking know, because they have a boner for this dude, and this dude's just a douchebag.
Oh, dear.
Anyways, at the end of the game, he ends up having white hair because his demon powers awakened, and that turned his hair white. Nothing happened after that. They didn't continue the story or anything. They said this was a disaster. People hated it, blah, 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 fuck off, whatever. They bring in DMC 5, and I'm like, they're fun. The gameplay is great. Actually, that DMC game, the gameplay is insane. It's so fucking good. Anyways, they bring the characters back, and in DMC 4, Nero had kind of like a spoilish baby personality. Like, he was a royal guard, but he didn't apply by the rules, so he was a rebel and what the fuck not. In this game, he is literally the Dante from DMC. So they changed his entire personality into that character. And I love it. He is quippy, he's a smart ass, he's a badass, he's doing the right thing, he's great, he's fucking awesome. He turned
He's hot.
Yes, he turned he turned into Dante from DMC, and I absolutely loved it. And my favorite thing is that nobody has put two and two together that they're the same character. They're like, oh, Nero's back, Dante's back.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's the same fucking Dante with another name.
Oh dear.
Yes, both games are fucking amazing. DMC is incredible, and DMC 5 is just chef's kiss. It's so good.
They look like pretty boys.
There's a scene where Dante's given a hat. It's a fedora, and the fedora has magical powers. He starts dancing like Michael Jackson to Moonwalker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not Moonwalker.
He's doing a moonwalk.
He does a moonwalk. It's Billie Jean. They
Oh.
throw like a random Billie Jean like song, and he's just like singing to it. It's like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, but yes. Yeah, that's my man. All right. So do you have anything else? No, you're done?
I'm done. I think.
Yeah, I'm done too. So that was fun.
It was.
I
Now
need
that we
to-
finally sat down and did it.
Yeah, I need a cold shower now.
You can go have one with me.
No, thank you.
No, it's not fun. Cold.
No. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this week's episode of Patreon. We do have another one coming up, and our Discord gave us their waifus and husbandos, so we'll go through those and look them up as we're doing it, so both me and Karradyne know who they are, and then we can talk shit about them.
Judge
Judge
the hell
everyone.
out of them like
Yes.
they judge us.
Yes. So if you're a Patreon supporter and you don't know, we have a Discord. You can find the link and our what's it called? Our Twitter. Or if you wanted, you can just email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com and we'll send it to you. Or you can just message us here on Patreon. We'll send it out. So
It's
yeah,
also in the link in our Instagram bio.
our card
Yeah,
link.
the card link
Yep. It's there, so-
contains Discord somewhere in there.
Yep. All right. Do you want to say goodbye to everyone, Karradyne?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.